When you have diabetes, you can eat any food that you want to eat. Having diabetes is not a death sentence. So your diabetes should not make you feel inferior from people who are not having diabetes. No, it shouldn't be like that. Now, I feel like discussing this topic because many of my followers, especially those from TikTok, have been coming to me asking if they can eat certain foods such as cassava, plantain, rice, pineapple, mangoes, and many more foods. In this video, I will be addressing all those questions. But before I dive into the question, let me first of all make this very clear. There is a difference between can a diabetic eat pineapple and is pineapple good for a diabetic? Do you feel that? There is actually a difference between these two questions. Hi everyone, you're welcome to the channel where I talk about health, wellness, and diabetes management. In this video, I will be discussing an issue that concerns many people who are managing diabetes, because people who are managing diabetes feel like they are restricted from eating certain foods. So in this video, I will be discussing all that you need to know about diabetes and food. Just like I said from the intro, when you have diabetes, you can eat any food that you want to eat. The difference between those two questions is that when you say, can a diabetic eat pineapple? Of course, a diabetic can eat pineapple. So for someone with diabetes asking, can I eat pineapple? Yes, of course you can eat pineapple, but you have to know that eating pineapple will spike up your blood sugar level. So whenever you are eating pineapple, what you have to do is for you to make sure to eat pineapple in moderation. Is pineapple good for a diabetic? No. Pineapple is not good for a diabetic. Why? Because if you eat pineapple, knowing that pineapple has a high glycemic index, pineapple will easily spike up your blood sugar levels. So, did you get a difference between these two questions and how I responded to them? Diabetes, for people who are having diabetes, you can eat every food that you want to eat. You are not being restricted from eating particular foods. No. The message out there about diabetes is that you know that you are having diabetes, and diabetes is a condition in which your body is struggling on how to regulate your blood sugar levels. So it is very important for you to note that when you are eating food, you have to make sure to eat foods that are low in carbohydrate and low in sugar. That is why it is very important for you to choose the foods that you are eating wisely. Choose them like somebody who knows that he or she is managing diabetes. So for people who are managing diabetes, if you want to choose foods that have carbohydrate, for instance, if you want to eat rice, it will be advisable for you to go in for brown rice in the place of white rice. Why? Because white rice has been processed and all the fiber has been stripped off this rice. So when you eat white rice, it will easily spike up your blood sugar levels as compared to someone who will be eating brown rice, because brown rice still contains much of its fiber. Same goes with potatoes. If you are managing diabetes, in the place of you eating normal white potatoes, it is advisable for you to go in for sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes contain more fiber than white potatoes, and so it will not easily spike up your blood sugar levels as white potatoes will do. So that is the big issue when it comes to diabetes management and food. Not that you cannot eat food. No, you can eat whatever food like any other person. You are, of course, a human being just like any other person, just that your body is struggling on regulating blood sugar levels. And that is why when you want to eat this food, you have to know that moderation and balance is the key. For instance, if you want to eat foods that are high in carbohydrate, like the white bread, pineapple, mango, potatoes, you have to know that you have to balance this food. Balancing them with foods that are high in fiber, high in protein and healthy fats, because these nutrients will help to slow down the absorption of the sugar that is found in these foods that are high in carbohydrate. And also, moderation should be your priority. You should eat foods in small quantities and not eating large portion of foods, because whether you are eating a balanced diet or you are eating a healthy diet, all foods have impact on your blood sugar levels. Whether they are causing a rapid spike in your blood sugar levels or not, they will in one way or the other increase your blood sugar levels. And that is why portion control also comes in, or moderation. So make sure to eat in moderation and make sure to balance your food. If you are that person that is taking, for instance, insulin, then you have to know that when you eat too much carbohydrate, you have to balance your insulin so that it will help in regulating the amount of carbohydrates that you have eaten. This question of can I eat this, can I eat that? You can eat everything, but as a diabetic, you have to select your foods. Make sure to go in for foods that are high in nutrients and low in carbohydrate or sugar. These are the foods that are good for you because your body cannot easily regulate blood sugar levels. One thing that is very important when you are managing diabetes is that when you are recently diagnosed with diabetes, it means that your blood sugar levels are really high and have qualified you to be a diabetic. So if I were you, I will avoid to eat certain foods, and these are foods that are really high in carbohydrates. So make sure to avoid foods that have a high glycemic index, or stop eating these foods. You can stop eating these foods like white bread, white pasta, white rice, bananas, pineapples, mangoes. Stop eating all these foods that are high in carbohydrate or sugar. Avoid them for a while until your blood sugar levels are like stabilized, and then you can start eating these foods back gradually, making sure that you are balancing them up and also you are eating them in moderation. In the place of you eating white rice, why not go in for brown rice? Choose brown spaghetti over white spaghetti. Choose sweet potatoes over white potatoes. Choose fruits that have a low glycemic index than choosing fruits like pineapples and mangoes, which are having a high glycemic index. Now you know you can eat every fruit, but the problem is that certain foods are high in sugar than others. So if you are managing diabetes and you know that you are having what is known as insulin resistance, or your body cannot regulate your blood sugar levels well, then it is very good for you to avoid eating foods that are high in sugar or carbohydrate. If you found this video helpful and educative, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, share this video with your family and friends, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so for more diabetes tips and information. Thank you for watching. I see you on my next video.